All right, well, here we are. Podcast number 2. Hard to believe. Just a few moments ago, I didn't even have podcast number 1. Right? Now I have podcast number 2. So, well, what do I want to talk to you guys about now? To you all about now? So, first things first, I did promise that I was going to have the name of my podcast, and apparently that's what I want to talk about. Because I've got it. Funny how when you just get in action, right? Or as Nike says, you just do it. New opportunities open up. You actually see things you didn't even know before. Like I actually have a name for my podcast. What is it? Well, it's called Christine's Blessing. Right? Now, before I lose you, because you now think I'm taking some spiritual or religious path or whatnot, that is not at all what I mean when I say blessing, right? So let me break it down for you. And this, my friends, is podcast number 2. The origin of Christine's Blessing, right? So the genesis. Now, we'll stick with the origin, the epistemology, right? The source. How did this come about, right? Well, my name is Christine. That part, obvious, right? And over the years, I myself have found myself identifying with different characters, right? From as early on as the Tasmanian Devil to Bugs Bunny, but not just your ordinary Bugs Bunny, the cool Bugs Bunny, the one with the leather jacket and the sunglasses. And then I picked up Tweety Bird, and this progressed through into my high school years. And in high school, I remember, I would say, I don't want to label that my first moment of self-actualization, right? I'm not gonna insult my earlier identities, right? That they didn't have the wherewithal or bandwidth to self-actualize sooner, right? That would just be my adult brain putting that on me. I'm not going to do that, right? But in high school, I do recall a defining moment where I was working at this educational kids toy store called Zany Brainy. And there was a kiosk there, and in the middle of the kiosk was where they kept, if you will, all the last minute buys and grabs and things like that, And working the register, part of my job was to make sure that station was always immaculate and, made you want to reach for it and grab for it. And was like a call to action, right? Buy me, right? Well, it worked on me, and I ended up buying a lot of the things that I organized and managed and maintained. One of which was Sanrio Surprises' beloved Hello Kitty, right? So she became, from high school pretty much until I was 29 years old, my identity manifest, right, as a character, right? So I identified Hello Kitty this, Hello Kitty that. I didn't have to think about it. If I bought a phone, it was a Hello Kitty case. If I got car keys, it was a Hello Kitty key. If I bought a purse or a wallet or a book bag, it was going to be Hello Kitty, right? Now, oddly, if it was something like an ink pen, something that had a limited use, not for me. I wanted things that were going to stick around, because mind you, this was not a fleeting purchase. This was something that I was saying was going to be a representation of me to the world, that if people looked at me, they saw this item, they could then sum up, if you will, the kind of person that I was. And for me, that was cool, right? So Hello Kitty was it. So then something happened when I was 29. I will talk about that something happened in a later podcast. But for right now, you should just know something happened. And the constraint I had put on my self-expression by laying claim to Hello Kitty as the epitome of me, which in the moment that I did it was freeing and empowering, and why I kept it in place for so long, right? For 10 years almost to be, or 10 plus years to be precise. It had become a limitation of sorts. And what I mean by that is, if it wasn't Hello Kitty, I wasn't interested. I wasn't going to buy it. And it didn't, even if I liked it, I would opt for the Hello Kitty option over the not. Why? Because that's what I would do. So here I am, 29, I break free of that. 29, 30, I break free of that. I'm free to choose Hello Kitty or not Hello Kitty, right? I currently am walking around with a Coach purse someone gave me for Christmas, right? And other paraphernalia, memorabilia that is not Hello Kitty based, right? So I have a generic black OtterBox phone case. Why? Because I'm actually interested in protecting the phone that costs however many thousands of dollars it costs than I am in having a cute case that says Hello Kitty, right? Some may say, oh, that's just you growing up, Christine. I invite you to consider it's not. That's just what people say when they can't put a finger on why something happened in their life. They sum it up as this just them growing up, right? That's not what happened here. I actually broke free of a constraint I had put on myself in my self-expression, right? So fast forward now, I am, however old I am, 36, and I am getting my first tattoo. That's right, I got my first tattoo when I was 36 years old. And it was a dabbing unicorn, right? And why the unicorn? Well, that is the new character I am now choosing to associate myself with, right? I love unicorns. I really do. And I still love Hello Kitty. And I was surprised that my first tattoo wasn't a Hello Kitty surprise. My second tattoo wasn't even a Hello Kitty tattoo. Right? So, anyway, a blessing is what you call a group of unicorns. Ergo, Christine's blessing. So my podcasts, if you will, are like a collection of all of my magical thoughts that I am sharing with you. So thank you for listening in. Podcast number 2. IAM.com. And this is Christine's Blessing.